Today I'm going to show you what you might be able to get accessory wise out of a worn or damaged cashmere jumper. These are the sorts of things we make at the shop, but you can have a go at home. Here we have a jumper which has got various damaged stains there and quite a few stains there on the elbow, but it's a nice quality cashmere. We will be able to get some things out of it. I like to try and get as much as possible out of a jumper. Now the sort of things that we do are fingerless gloves, so we can do those, and we often utilise the sleeve, or sometimes if the rib's damaged so far around we might get some out of that part of the body of the jumper. Neck warmers, and we can get these pieces out of a jumper. Might have got two lots out of there. If we'd used neck warmers here, we would then have some bits left there, which are quite good for when we're doing appliques. If anybody wants to buy a ready-made set of appliques. Similarly, with the shoulder bits, they're often good for elbow patches. With elbow patches, you need to have the rib going up the sleeve because that gives you best stretch and works better for elbow patches. With something like that, it doesn't really matter where the grain is. And for neck warmers, you can have it going that way or that way. But as you can see, a neck warmer is made from 4 pieces. I'll show you this one because it's slightly contrasting. So we've got 2 pieces of the pale aqua and 2 pieces of the cream. Now if you cut them out, you can have the rib going up or across, but a pair needs to be in the same. So one pair needs to be going that way. If you wanted to have a go at home, you just use a straight stitch with 0.5 of a zigzag. That's all. There's nothing complicated about the sewing of it. I think that we probably just wouldn't get a pair of neck warmer pieces out of that, but we might be able to do it this way. Then we could. And then with the sleeve, because the rib's nice, that would take a little heart or star applique, and then we would get a pair of gloves. To do the glove, we would cut it. Now I should add that when we start with these, it is best to actually cut the jumper up. I always feel a little bit guilty cutting into a jumper like this, but you get used to it. And cut up the sleeve seam. Now I like to cut a jumper up totally before I cut anything out. So I cut it all into pieces and then press everything nice and flat. If we're not going to use the rib, I would chop it off, because when you knit a jumper, you increase above the rib, obviously for the shape of the body. So it tends to be a bit gathered here, and then it will press nice and flat. And if you cut these pieces with a rotary cutter, you get a nice clean edge. Now the sleeve, you would press nice and flat. This is a very temporary glove pattern. So you see one glove would come out of there. You're still left with that, which isn't big enough for a neck warmer. It would do elbow patches, or it would make a nice big star. The other thing, which we quite like to do, particularly near Christmas, is hot water bottle. So that would be a good use of that sleeve. It would all be used up and the other sleeve would be the same. So out of that jumper then we could get a pair of gloves, the inside or outside of a hot water bottle, and a whole neck warmer. It doesn't fray. It's best cut with a rotary cutter. That really helps the non-fraying business. I hope that's helpful. And you could have a go at some of the simple things yourself, or you can buy them online or in the shop.